We've been talking, of course, about Reform UK's place in all of this, and I'm trying to think, throughout the course of the campaign, we were saying it's a little bit dull, it's a little bit boring. Nigel Farage's visit definitely injected a bit of whatever it is, a bit of drama perhaps in the last few days. But surely there are questions for him about whether the racism row around this ad that they were running was actually helpful in Labour winning. And if Farage's tactics here just didn't really pay off, perhaps it's too soon, but there's got to be questions about how the campaign was fought by these parties, doesn't there?
But the problem on that, Calum, is that as Mark McGahan's just outlined and Andy said already, they outperformed their polls. They'll turn around because you're coming from such a low base for Reform and you've got very little to compare with. They'll just say a very strong result. This proves we are absolutely challenging. We're a genuine alternative at Holyrood. So the analysis on whether the advert worked or not is irrelevant. That will not take place in this discourse, nor should it really, because frankly nobody can answer that question. The fact is they outperformed. They came a strong third, almost a close second. And they're in the game now. They're very much a consideration ahead of Holyrood elections next year.
And let me throw one more thing in as well, which again will be something that the pollsters are going to have to try and go over in a little bit of detail here. And by the way, let's defend the pollsters. Their job is to take a snapshot of opinion in time. It's not actually to predict elections. And so, I think they do well to take a snapshot of opinion in time. But what they're going to have to do is try to work out where some of these Reform votes came from. Because we've talked quite a lot about how the SNP appeared to be pretty impervious to Reform, and how they were pretty much the only party that wasn't losing votes to Reform. But just look at the numbers here, guys. Reform got a percentage of the vote that can't be explained by just taking Tory votes. Can't be, because it's nowhere near enough Tory votes to give Reform that sort of number. It can't be explained by taking Labour votes because Labour didn't lose that many votes. So it's very difficult to look at those numbers and not conclude that Reform have taken some SNP votes here. Now, if that is the case, then that is new and unexpected, and that will need a lot of further exploration, I think.